Do you know I work with past lives therapy, and I work with people who have mediumship very uh, evident, and they don't know what to do with that. I mean, many people got in trouble, and all the causes is because they don't work using their treasures in advantage of their family, their friends, or their selves. But we don't need to worry about ourselves when you are helping people. By consequence, we are helped also. God knows what we really need, and conform our work, our dedication, we receive back. Then feel free to ask anything you want, like talk about how is possible uh, we be able to know our spiritual data, we can tell like that, how we can assess our past lives, because we know the conventional psychology, they are able only to assess when make a regression of memory only when, for example, when we were inside the belly of your mom when she was pregnant. See, only in that moment they don't, because they don't consider scientifically the spiritual dimension. They don't consider anybody assess their spiritual memories, their spiritual data, or any other name. Everybody is free to explain the way they can. But it's super simple, all this, but it's very rare to find a person able to talk about. And then, as I live here in the United States since 2014, I have my family here, my husband, our son. Now it's time to work on this also here in our American community. Julie, thank you very much for coming to participate of our channel. Very welcome you subscribe in this channel for we produce more videos. Julie Waters, thank you very much for coming, and please tell me what you would like to know about past life therapy, spiritual therapy, psychic therapy. Feel free.
Um, I'm I'm a little curious what is the benefit of going through a past life regression?
Oh, I love that question. Wow, the benefits is extremely gigant. No have limitation even for the benefits, because the benefits can help the emotional issues, mental issues, physical issues, spiritual issues. You just need to have a diagnostic from your doctor or from your psychiatric or your psychologist, and parallel to your treatment. Or if you don't have treatment and you want to try the spiritual therapy, is very welcome. The benefits is really giant. I published a book in 3 years ago. It's still in Portuguese. I plan to translate it in English. I just need to find somebody to translate for me. And in this book, I list the principal benefits we use to help through this therapy, even for lose weight, acne, relationship problems, conflicts, familiar conflicts, conflicts between the couple, wife and husband, all kinds of affective life relationship between parents and kids, or kids and parents, or people is having trouble in the dating, all situation because we are spirit, mind, and body. But we were educated like a hypnosis to believe the life is only what we can see with our eyes, or the life is only what I can hear with my ears. But it's not all about that. It's much more than the five sense. We can sense much more than our five physical sense. What is the we know about the name 60 sense?
Good movie.
And then when you give yourself a chance to know about who are you, from where are you, what are your experience beyond the present life, then you understand why you react in certain way, and how is possible you react differently of what you are right now when you know all your memories, your experience, and you can make choice, better choice in the present life. You are able to remove limitations from your life, like for example, speaking in public or be shy, things like that. All kinds of human being limitation, traumas, physical disease, physical problems. The most part is able to be clarified through the past life therapy. Awake, no sleeping, no hypnotized, like we saw in that old movies. The person becomes sleeping and the therapist make anything. Not is like that. It's not like that. It's completely different. It's very tranquil. In the beginning, I just help the person to relax, and the person can keep the closed eyes, or even open is possible to uptake. I still in doubt about what is the better word to explain. Is uptake or capture? In Portuguese we say captation, captação, captação. But I don't know what is the best term to explain about the capability we have, everybody of us, not only me or you, but everybody, children, teenager, adult, seniors, anybody is able to access their memories, to know about themselves really, not only about things when we born. No, we are able to know a lot with the benefit to get better our present life.
So I've heard that sometimes we carry forward things from our past lives that are, uh, beliefs or emotions or traumas. Is this past life regression help you to go through those issues to bring them to the forefront, to release?
Exactly for all these situations.
And can, like, how would that happen? Can you kind of walk me through a typical session?
Great, very good question. This question is very quiet because the afraid, the fear, don't let the person even ask how this happened. They just judge. No, this is not right. This is lie. Oh no, blah blah blah. When you are able to ask how this happened, you already are more confident about that. Something really real, true, that can bring you a lot benefits, not only for you as individual, but for with reflex, with with good consequences to all your family. your partner, your children, your kids, your parents. Because when we become better, the consequence reflect in all persons around us, including the persons start to treat us differently. They start to react differently with us, but we think they changed it. No, because we changed our vibration. When we change our vibration, everybody around us, even didn't know if you got therapy or not, they will be different with you. Then, inclusive some difficult person, hard persons to live with, they start to become easy. And many fighting simply relief and solve, it's really, really amazing. And who don't have issues with somebody in our family, in our family, or with some relatives? Everybody has. But this kind of therapy, once you know more about you change your vibration, you change the way you act and react, and that change everything. You get much more success and prosperity in your life. You know, it's fair. Affective life, family, personal life, professional life is really wonderful.
How how long does a session take, and how many sessions would you recommend?
Oh, I didn't answer. I remember now your last question. You asking me how this happens. Simply, you lay down. You lay down can be in your bed, can be by video conference. You lay down. I stay here, sit down in front of my camera, and I can put some song for you relax. And I start to use techniques for help you to relax, to turns off for the stereo everybody and everything, and focus on yourself, like dive to your inner. When you do that, make that connection conscious about this sensation of yourself, then through your mind you start to visualize images. These images change all the time, and it includes when you start to listen situation or some scenario. Normally, I use a nice scenarios for you relax, like on the beach or in the garden. Then all these situations in the beginning, I tell propositively for the person relax. When the person relax, person for herself or himself starts to see something about themselves. And conform the images and the informations come in your mind, you verbalize in words. Because each one of us have a different way to describe some situation, some scene like a movie. Then you just start verbalizing what naturally comes to you. Like that, simple like that. But sorry, was your third question, your last question?
How long does a session last, and how many sessions need to occur? And I'm sure everybody's different, but just typical.
Very nice. Well, normally for solve one issue or two that thing is really hurting somebody, then they search for us and start the therapy. Normally each session, each therapy is around 1 hour and a half, 90 minutes, 60 minutes, something around that. And normally, for solve issues like panic, depression, can spend around 8 to 12 only sessions.
Okay.
8 to 12. Some person is able to solve in only one. Just need to know something else, and wow, that changed out the life. The person awake to another reality because they are able to see their lives from another angle, and this everybody is able for themselves to change everything when they see the same situation to another angle. They are able to find for themselves the solution to heal themselves, and that is the biggest benefit of the therapy. So sometimes 3 sessions, but the most often is around 8 to 12.
Okay. And so you don't need to have a referral from a doctor to come see you. We could just get in touch with you and
Exactly,
schedule a session.
exactly. Any person, even kids, need to have the company of the mother or the father to participate together. When it's kids, when a child, a teenager, or even smaller, we make the therapy with the mother together.
Okay.
Any person, no matter if you have a reference from a doctor or psychologist, but in Brazil, several psychologists refer me to take care of the spiritual side while they take care of another situations as psychologist or psychiatric. Including in Brazil and United States have several psychiatric who also make past life therapy. Like for example, the one of the most famous is Dr. Brian Weiss. He's psychiatric doctor and also work with past life therapy. He published several books about this wonderful therapy.
Well, I'm anxious to try it. I'm really anxious to try it. What's the best way to get in touch with you to schedule a session?
Just uh, send me an email, krisani.galaski@gmail.com. I can put here in the bottom of our video. Just get in contact, send an email for we send more information and get a schedule.
Okay. I'm excited. Thank you for sharing that with me. I have lots more questions, but that's good for now, and answered a lot of questions that I had. So
Oh my
thank
God, thank you so much for accepting my invitation to come to participate of this video with me. Thank
you.
you very much. God, may God can pay you in much more for you and your family. And
Uh,
I know you have much more questions. Let's schedule the next video in another opportunity. And for sure, your questions will be the same of several others friends
I'm
here in
sure.
our team. Thank you
Excellent.
so much, Julie.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Subscribe in our channel.